This is FanSpeak, a weekly live show where the fans of comics and its community are our guests. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to FanSpeak, the very last FanSpeak of this year, actually. Uh,
Oh
so, uh,
no.
but we got ourselves some interesting things to talk about, a lot more comic book stuff to talk about today as well. We do appreciate you guys being part of what we're doing here and coming over and joining us here at the end of the year. And hopefully, you'll be looking into coming and joining us come into the new year. We do have a lot of things that we're going to be doing next year, and I think we'll take a little bit of time to talk about that today a little later. But
Mhm.
we do appreciate it. And keep in mind, check out our links down below, particularly our FanSpeak over on Facebook. That's a community that's doing really well. It's quite active, and that makes us happy. But other than that, hit that share button and let your family and friends and extended community know what's going on so they can come over here and join us. Yeah, I'll get right into it and introduce the amazing Pie Master, or maybe I should just start calling him Pie Man. Yeah, I'll
Pie
just
Man.
Pie Man. Like
Oh, that sounds like a really lame 60s Silver Age villain. I got to write that one down.
you should. You're the the
Yeah,
the fabulous Pie Man.
a fabulous Pie Man. Let's get someone with a P. I like alliteration. What have we got?
Oh, you like alliteration.
I
Well,
love
we
alliteration.
we could call you the Prissy Pie Man.
The prissy Pie Man. Yeah, that works. Yeah,
There you
that
go.
can work. There you go.
So we'll stick with that. But
Uh,
anyway, how you doing today, dude?
I am still being punished for my awful deeds from a couple of nights ago. I'm still recovering. It's still swimming around in my bloody system, whatever I bloody drank. I think I drank some absolute white trash bogan drinks,
Oh yeah. Well,
and I disavow everything Drunk Booster said. I disavow all of it.
Well, it sounds like you were really bad and you went on a bit of a
Oh yeah.
tear. Yeah. So
Oh, it was terrible. It was really ugly shit. So I'm never drinking again.
never drinking again. How many times have all of us said that before? Hmm.
I'll be back on in a week.
Probably. Well, last time we were on, of course, yesterday was our day off, but we did have our Drone Recorder Ultimate Edition where we were doing KOTOR, or Knights of the Old Republic, and that was quite a bit of fun, actually. We had a really good time and just having a chat about it and some really good art as usual. Yeah, check that out if you haven't. And of course, we'll be continuing with that next week on Drone Recorder Ultimate Edition. We are doing Warhammer 40K.
Warhammer, yes, yeah, that's the one
Yeah,
Dinah's
baby.
been bugging us for months now. She really wanted to do Warhammer. And I think she'll be able to invite enough people to come along. So hopefully we'll have a full panel this time. We've been not doing very well with the panels lately, but we still got plenty of views last week.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's
I'm
just
happy
the
with the
end of the
views.
year, dude. It's just holidays. I mean, everything kind of
Yeah,
shuts down for like a 2, 3 week period, so it's pretty normal. And I'm not surprised by it. It's at the end of the year. One thing I've certainly noticed is YouTube itself really goes into a kind of hiatus in many ways, and then of course. You also see a lot of people not spending money. It's like the worst time of year to try to sell something is like right now, right?
yeah, yeah.
So I do feel pity for all those people who are trying to run Indiegogos and Kickstarters right now. It's just
Not a good time.
bad timing, man, bad timing.
Yeah.
But then again, in February, leaning into March, however, it's a really good time to start getting into doing those kind of things. But nevertheless, let me come over to chat and see who's joined us today and say hello to everybody. All right, let me see. We got a few people in here. Sweet. We got Lorenzo Sleestack with the amazing, awesome name he has. He says hello, hello, and howdy.
Hello.
Points of Light Prods. Sweet. He says howdy or she. I don't know. Either or, but welcome. We have Kumbo Bob, Poontang Pie Man. That might be better.
I like that.
Yeah, it might
Putang
be
Pie
better.
Man. Yeah.
Yeah. All
I'm
right.
stealing that. I'm copywriting that.
You should copyright that. Point of
Yeah.
Light Prod says, Booster, get off chat. You drunk. So this is someone you know. Um,
I don't have to.
he doesn't have to. Hey, we have Ara in here. He says, hello. Nice to see you again. Stop having shows so late and I'll come on again. Well, dude, this is kind of a compromised time.
Yeah,
YouTube.
I don't know. Do we need to go earlier? It's really tough with our time zones to pick a time.
It is. It is. It's a
Yeah,
you have to think internationally, and if we go later, we could pick up some of the California people where we're absolutely killing anyone who from Europe who wants to even think
yeah,
about coming on. And it's tough. It is tough. But
yeah.
you know,
I don't know.
Combo
Maybe we
Bob.
need to analyze the statistics, see where the most people are from on
Well,
our
I
channel,
did that.
and
I
pander to our most subs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did that. Yeah, that's just why we're here. Combo Bob says, "Ooh, Sisters of Battle." Yeah, I imagine we'll see some for sure. Combo Bob says YouTube did another sub purge too, so some might not have seen the alert. That's possible. Although I did check our subs and they didn't actually knock any of our subs off, but they certainly don't promote our notifications.
you know
This is
what?
one
Because
thing that
all of our subs are real.
yeah, no, they because they are all real. That's true. Because
They're all
basically what they're
beautiful.
doing is purging that kind of thing. People who buy subs, which I don't know if I maybe it's good, maybe it's not, but well, whatever. But the real thing is that the big change that YouTube has done is they don't want to promote anything that's not fancy and celebrity backed, because that's really what it seems to be happening. You know, we had a lot of interesting news come out here at the end of this year. YouTube wants to compete with Netflix, which is weird because it's not as competitor, but that's what they seem to think. And therefore, what they really want is they want Taylor Swift and they want Kanye West, or well, maybe not him, but they want these famous celebrity types to have channels on YouTube. They don't want us. So they're basically not promoting anything that's not fancy. So it's just this haughty, snobbish little, Valley Girl click thing that YouTube has become. I guess that's basically what we're looking at.
YouTube has become a very strange platform. It used to be a
It
very
is.
strong one as well, very creator friendly, but they don't seem to care as much about the little guy anymore, and it's a shame. But YouTube also loses Google a lot of money. That's something you got to consider, right?
That's true.
Uh, Google doesn't make much. No, it just loses money on YouTube, even though it's a fantastic platform. And it keeps hitting all this controversy with the companies that want to destroy it, especially little journalistic sites, right? They want to do anything they can to throw PewDiePie and YouTube under the bus to make ad guys run away.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's in a tough situation, right? Does it pander to those kind of people and get the ad revenue back, or does it kind of let like this strange, chaotic environment keep going? Because when you just let the floodgates open and let anyone upload whatever the hell they want, right, you're going to get chaos. And that's kind of the beauty of YouTube. It's a very
Yeah.
chaotic platform.
Well, one thing I can say for 100% sure is the free market will prevail no matter what you do, unless you block the free market completely, which is what they're trying to do. If they just let things go, it would be just fine. So things tend to work themselves out if you just let it be within within the people's hands. If you trust the people, is really what that comes down to.
Oh, oh, I don't trust the people at all.
Yeah. Well, no, but because what you need to what that means is you're trusting people's self-interest, right?
Yes. Yeah.
And you can always trust the greed of a human being, right? Is really what
Hmm.
that statement comes down to. But
That's true.
anyway,
Yeah.
we're getting a little bit too philosophical. It's way too early in the morning
Well,
for that.
yeah. We don't
Um,
need any philosophy at this
no,
point. Yeah.
definitely not. Tolfer's in
Yeah.
here says hello, Tolfer. Hey, we got
Uh,
Bullet, the person who loves me the most. Booster, have you
yes.
given any donations to the bushes lately? Well, have you?
Oh, the boosters what?
Did you blow chunks into some natural setting recently?
What, do you mean that I puke all over the place?
Yes, that's
I
yes.
I did puke in a bush in front of McDonald's.
There you go. McDonald's has been
I
nodated to
absolutely,
Bush. Uh,
yeah. So sorry to whoever had to clean that up.
Lorenzo Sleesek says, "Hey, Toll and Bullet. Hey, hello everybody, Lorenzo.
Hello,
Uh,
everyone.
Point of light prods. Damn your Japanese time zones. Yes, well, okay. Well, all right, I'll tell the rest of the Japanese that they are damned.
Knock
Uh,
it off,
yeah.
Japan.
Let's see here. Are you saying Comicsgate buys subs? They would never. I don't know. I don't even know
I
how
didn't
I'd go
say.
about
I
doing that.
didn't even begin to suggest that. How dare you, sir?
Yeah. But I don't even know how do you buy subs anyway, dude? And how expensive that must be.
There are plenty of websites that do it. I wouldn't know how you do it. I don't know the prices or anything. I just know you can.
Yeah, but see, I mean, people do it, so there must be some value to it, I suppose. But I don't really understand the profit you're getting from it because, you say I had something here said I had 5 million subs, but if I
Hmm.
only have because we average around 20 some people come watch us live all the
Yeah.
time, and we have about 60 some that watch all our videos. So if that's my community and those are the friends that come over here and hang out with us, what does it
Mhm.
matter if I have 5 million subs? I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't know. Guess they're under the impression that if they have a lot of subscribers, people are going to think they're a popular channel, therefore a quality channel, right?
Mm.
And check out what's going on. Yeah, that's probably what they think's going to happen. It doesn't tend to work out that
I
way.
don't know. I saw some dude that was like painting his face up like a clown and saying he was amazing in a very, very effeminate voice, and he had millions of subs, and I wasn't interested at all.
Yeah, well, like I said, quality and popularity don't tend to go hand in hand.
Yeah, there you go. All
Right.
right. Let me see. What did my bullet said? They held your comment. Let's see, mind share. You have a bunch of subs. People go, or they must be important. I'll sub. Hey, now look at that booster. Because you're a mod here. You can see it so well as I can. Now, what exactly in that statement should be held for review? Let me show it to the people. I don't know what am I doing.
No,
Uh,
no
I
idea.
have no clue.
It's very strange. It's really random.
YouTube is really strange what I mean, and it's so obvious. Like we were looking at the whistleblower and his name,
Mm,
right?
yeah.
And
Oh yes, yes.
you couldn't even put it into the chat. It would just block it. And they didn't even offer us the option because usually we
Yeah.
have an option to show it or hide it. But sometimes YouTube will have certain words where they just won't let it be said. And the name of
Mhm.
the whistleblower was one of them. It's like obviously we see what you're doing, you dumbasses, right?
The attempt to censor it only made it blow out of proportion.
Yeah, right. And we saw that happen right here. We had actually the chat one day trying to get around it, and Model got around it by adding exclamation marks or something like that. He misspelled it basically. But I don't get it. Bullet says mind share. You have a bunch of subs, people go, or they must be important. I'll sub. Yeah, and I get that. Booster said
Yeah.
the same thing. But
YouTube says no, he can't say that. We'll hide it.
yeah, weird, dude. Very weird.
That is strange. That's very strange.
It doesn't matter. Engagement is the only factor. I suppose I'm not here to make money. Obviously, we're just here to have a chat with some friends. So I guess none of this really matters to me. But that's weird that they block Bullet for that, man. It doesn't make any sense. Anyway, let's go talk about comic books. That's what I want to do.
Let's do that. I want to talk about comic books, but I'm not on my computer right now, so I apologize. I got my pancakes. I got some bacon on it with some maple syrup. Oh my god.
Well, I'm sharing with you anyway. So.
You're gonna have to wait till I get to my computer in that regard.
Oh, that's no problem. Well, the first thing
Yeah, yeah.
we're whilst he's eating his pancakes, I'll go ahead and read the headlines.
Mm.
Um, McFarlane Toys creating Cyberpunk 2077 action figures. And this is from Epic Stream,
Oh,
which I've never heard of before, ever. But awesome. Yeah, why not, dude?
cool.
McFarlane Toys, I think Sideshow and Hot Toys and stuff are, I don't know, are they better? Maybe. But McFarlane makes good toys, though. He does. You can't take it away from him. Uh,
Is
but
this was this Todd McFarlane's
yeah,
company?
yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah. He's
Yeah,
been
I didn't even know he had his own toy company.
Oh, he's been doing those for years, and they're pretty good quality. I think I
Hmm,
prefer
hmm.
Sideshow, but then again, that's a lot more expensive. Hot Toys is something that's more affordable. Uh, uh, what's it's not Konami? Oh, well, someone tell me that the name, the one that starts, the Japanese company starts with a K, makes amazing action figure stuff. But anyway, this is awesome. We know that Cyberpunk 2077 is building up to be probably the biggest game of this coming year, maybe well the
Easily.
biggest game of the past decade, possibly. It's just
Hope it.
looking awesome.
I hope it can provide. I hope it can yeah satisfy the hype.
Yeah, well, so me too. I want to play it. I mean, there's been a few developments over the past couple of years because this game has been we've been talking about this game for a long time, man. But the two things that kind of discourage me. I'm going to try it out anyway, so they're going to get my money. And of course, it's CD Projekt Red, so we know they're not going to loot box us or any of that crap's not going to happen. We're just going to get what we pay for. But they'll get my money for sure. But the two things that happen with it that kind of just put me off is one, I don't really get to create my own character. And, because it's V, it's they have this standard carrier. You can change the way they look, male or female, and
Mm.
etc. But I don't get to make my own character. It's their character, which
Mm.
it's what they do. I mean, we had Geralt or Geralt in The Witcher, of course, which but it's not that big a deal, but it bothered me a little bit. And of course, the to add on to that, they made it FPS, first person, which means you basically never get to see your character hardly. Anyway,
Which is
so
yeah, it makes it really pointless to have skins or customize the character when it's in play first person.
right, exactly. So it kind of
Unless there's a lot of mirrors around.
now they are saying now there are some cutscenes you'll see. They're saying that they did this because they want the game to be immersive and the environment itself to be immersive. And we'll see. I'm definitely going to check it out. But I hate FPS, dude. I hate it. And part
Mhm.
of it is I'm not great at it. I'm kind of middling at FPS games. And for one, and two, it just feels weird because that's not the perspective you have as a living being, right? That's not how you see the world. Anyway, it's just I don't like FPS, and there's plenty of people who agree with me, and there's plenty of people who absolutely adore it. But those are the only
Mhm.
things that kind of I don't personally like, but it's just too exciting not to get involved with it.
Yeah, exactly. It looks fantastic.
It
I just
does.
hope it's heavy in the RPG elements. Lets us have little dialogue trees and all that crap because it is based on a tabletop game, right?
Yeah, which I played back in the '80s. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
so gotta have those role playing elements, baby.
Well, I understand that there's a lot of customization when it comes to skills and talent trees, and there's supposed to be a lot of customization in the weaponry as well. I hear. We don't know yet, of course. But these are doing the 7-inch to 12-inch figures from McFarlane. Looks like they're going
Okay.
for about $25. Whew, it's a little pricey, but when you talk about this
Mm.
kind of quality, it's actually not that bad. It's cheap. Hot Toys is maybe even a little more. But here's the V character, the kind of standard one they've been using in the trailers. Of course, you can make this character look
The
any
big
way you
pink
want.
dildo he's holding. What's going
He
on
he
there?
does have a giant pink
What?
something, and it's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's weird.
that's weird looking. I don't like
It is
looking at
weird.
it.
Yeah, but this is what
Uh,
everyone wants to look at anyway. Oh
well,
my God,
obviously.
Keanu
That's
Reeves being epic,
awesome.
dude. That is awesome.
Uh,
Yeah, and this looks like a maquette, not one of their action figures, actually.
mhm.
Hmm.
Okay, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a toy guy. I don't tend to buy toys, but that's pretty freaking rad.
It is, and this one like here looks like an action figure. It looks like it's adjustable. This one up
Mm.
here it doesn't. This is a statue maquette. This is an action figure, which looks pretty good actually.
I think I'd
And
be more
this
of a
is as
statue
well.
guy
So
myself. Yeah,
yeah, it's awesome,
have it on
dude.
the bloody disc. Yeah.
Yeah, and good on our Keanu here, man. He's been going for a long
Mm.
time, and I don't know, he's always been somewhat popular, but he's getting a lot of love recently, and that's good. He's a nice fella.
I hear that he wanted more work in this game because he loved doing it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
he's
so
that
they
kind of
added
dude.
more of him in there. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. So
that's awesome to hear.
it is awesome. And we've also, of course, we covered some rumors, or at least I covered some rumors we've heard about Henry Cavill somehow being involved in the Amazon's Lord of the Rings MMO that's coming up, the new one.
Mm.
Uh,
Oh,
so, uh,
Henry Cavill. Let me tell you about Henry Cavill. He's on his way to become the next internet darling on par with Keanu Reeves. Just watch,
yep.
boys.
No, I think so.
He's he's really cool as well.
Yeah. He is cool, and he's down to earth. He's one of us, really. He's just
It really
prettier.
is.
But
He's too good looking. It's unfair, if I'm honest.
Yeah, it is a little bit. But
Mm.
the thing with Henry though, I'm really happy for him. No matter what comes out in the future, because I really thought the whole Superman thing was kind of going to kill him, dude. It was going to kill his career. Because you remember
Mm.
that dude who came out in Superman Returns? Remember that pretty boy that came out? I can't remember his name.
Brandon Root.
Yeah, and his career just
Yeah.
got absolutely tanked, man. Just tanked it,
Uh,
right?
Did he have much of one before that movie?
Well, did Henry? I mean, really?
Um, true.
I
Mm,
mean, I think one thing it's a little better about Henry than Roth is, or Cavill over Roth is, Roth is really a pretty boy, so he
yes.
doesn't have a lot to draw men's attention to him. It's just the women, right? But
Yeah.
Henry, women of course are going to love a man like that. He's big,
Joy of boy.
powerful, beautiful. But men, we're like, he's cool. He's not an ass to us.
Yeah.
You
And
wanna,
muscular as hell.
hey, you wanna be friends with him. You wanna hang
Mm.
out and have a beer, right?
He's
So
got that square jaw. If I'm honest, he's probably like the youngest kind of classically handsome guy we've got right now. And
yeah.
we are wasting him by not making him James Bond.
Well, they did put him in The Man from Uncle,
Mm,
so
mm,
and he was the bad guy in the Tom Cruise vehicle there. He had a great
mm.
fight scene. Really good.
We
He's
cannot waste our Henry Cavill. He is
Yeah,
too precious.
yeah, I think so.
Did you
He,
know that he allegedly, I think he said this in a interview on the Graham Norton show once, he almost missed the role of playing Superman because he was too busy raiding playing WoW,
yeah, right.
playing
Yeah,
World of Warcraft.
I heard
That's
that. Yeah.
hilarious. This guy really is one of us. Just
He is.
and
He is.
ridiculously good looking.
Yeah.
Goodness me.
But uh, we're going to talk a little bit more about Henry here in a minute, so we'll go ahead and move over. But I did want to make a quick little mention here before I switch off this page. Birds of Prey: The Truth Behind Harley Quinn's Do-It-Yourself Wardrobe. Why would I even want to read that article? I don't
I
understand.
I have no interest in that at all. Let's click on it.
Okay, I'm clicking on it.
What is this about? What's happening here?
Let's see here. There is little doubt that Harley Quinn has her own distinct fashion sense, but it looks
No.
like the beloved DC character will be her own designer in Birds of Prey. Interestingly, there's a story behind Harley's new DIY wardrobe in the upcoming DC Extended Universe film. Okay. The costume designer Aaron Benoch recently spoke to Collider. Oh my God, why would you ever speak to Collider about working on the Warner Brothers movie and making sure that Harley Quinn gets a cool new look in the film. Well, we've seen what you call a cool new
Phew.
look, and
Yeah.
yeah, I don't think I'd.
You should have
Yeah,
kept her in a bloody Twister outfit.
yeah, just put her in
But
the
nah.
tightest outfit you can. Make sure there's
Mhm.
something in
That'll
there
be
that the
good.
boobs
Yes,
go
yes.
up instead of down. Make
Yes,
sure
yes.
there's enough of the butt being pulled up as well, and you're good
Mhm.
to go.
There you go. Brilliant. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Next, comic books. Now,
Actually, there is something I'd like to begrudgingly admit, Chester.
hmm
I watched the Harley Quinn show, and it's actually a lot of fun.
what you mean the animated one,
Yeah, yeah.
where
It's
she's
actually a very funny show.
complaining to white people and damn
Yeah.
white people. That one? No, okay. I'll go watch that
I think they
immediately.
had like literally one line about white people, and it wasn't that bad. But it is a very funny show.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they usually are. DC does great with animation. But
Mhm.
anyway, let's move on here and take a look at this. Now,
What do
this
we
is
got?
from Previews World that Dinale put it up because Somali, and we're actually going to do another Somali one here and right after this. So we might only be doing comics today, which I'm fine with. But I think Denali was getting a little jealous. So he decided to go find his own thing that showed off comic books. And of course, instead of
Oh,
it being from a specific company, it's just a general what's coming next, which is kind of better in some ways.
yeah. This
Uh,
this actually works. I like this. What
yeah,
do
I
we
like
got?
this quite a bit. Yeah, yeah. So let's take a look here. Image Comics, and it does it by well, it's quite handy actually. Image Comics coming in. What this is October, but anyway, we can talk about it anyway. Criminal. Now I haven't read this, but I've heard people talking about Criminal, and it absolutely has a fan base behind it. So, do you know
Is
anything about this?
it, I haven't heard of it, but is that Ed Brubaker?
It is Ed Brubaker. Yeah,
Oh, I really like his stuff. His Daredevil is some of the best I've read.
I can click on it if you like.
Let's click on it. Let's click on it.
Yeah, and Sean Phillips too.
And
Yep,
sure,
that's not
oh,
a
I don't
bad
know.
team, dude.
It looks good. Oh, it sounds cool.
Oh, I see. It's coming in October. I don't know what this October 190. What is that? But anyway,
Oh,
it's
it came
coming.
out of. Oh,
Came,
that's way in the future. I see.
yeah, no, this is Christmas. It
Yeah,
just came out.
the
Yeah,
the year 100,000.
yeah, that's a
Oh,
long
or
time
is it
away.
Christmas? Okay.
But that is, and like I said, I don't know anything about this dude, but people have talked about it. I've heard people talking about it, and of course, Ed Brubaker, Sean Phillips. It's not a bad thing, dude. So
Pretty cool.
let's keep moving on, though. Oh, they're going to do that in a moment. Now,
Oh,
this right here, let me click on this too. This is annoying here, but
it's
this is
still good.
Jonathan Hickman and Nick Dragata. Now, I have been reading East of West myself, and I like this book a lot, dude. Uh,
No,
yeah,
I
I
haven't
like it.
checked it out yet. I've heard good things.
It is cool. It is a very cool thing. It's I don't think it's the intention of the book, but it does have quite a bit of actual diversity in it. But it's not
Oh,
the
no.
intention. It's just the story that is, right? And
Anything but
therefore it's not
diversity.
annoying, huh?
Anything but diversity.
Well, you know what I
Goodness
mean. I
me.
mean, because they're not. It's not an attempt for diversity. It's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
the story the person created. But this is really good. If you guys haven't read East of West, you should check it out. And I will go over and check the comments here in a moment, guys. So if you have any opinions or anything like that, just go ahead and throw it in, and we'll read them out. But I did like this one quite a bit. So it's good to see it's
Nice.
continuing.
I'll need
Marked.
to look at that.
Yeah, you
Marked.
should look that. That's a really fun one, dude. I don't know Marked at all. You?
I think I've heard. No, oh, no, no. I'm thinking of that crossed one, that really disgusting book.
I didn't care for that. It just
Yeah,
wasn't that interesting to me.
yeah.
But this one says Liz's sphere of power is opening up rifts between our reality and the dark dimensions that lie beyond. Oof. All right. Well,
Okay.
that kind of is enough to know right there. So interesting. Outcast is another one I don't really know. But this is from
That's
Kirkman.
Kirkman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the man
So,
himself.
the man himself, yeah. So that's cool, man. New stuff from Image. Look, this month looks nice. Dark Horse. We have Fight Club, which I'm not interested in at all. Mask. I Pledge Allegiance. And what is this?
What is happening here? Why have they got a little flag? Why are they bastardizing that image? What's happening?
They are, of course, are. This is the best-selling comic series that inspired the blockbuster film. Returns with gruesome hilarity from the showrunner of AMC's
Oh,
Halt and Catching Fire and Hellboy, Patrick.
ah, that
Uh,
mask.
Yeah, the Jim Carrey one. But it just doesn't look anything like it, though. This doesn't look like that kind of thing. Well, whatever. I don't know what
Not from
Dark
the
Horse
cover.
is
I'm
doing.
sure the interiors will look normal.
Not so interested. IDW, they have Kill Lock. I've heard some people mention that. Of course, Sonic stuff I don't really care about, but the kids might. Let me check this Kill Lock out. Each found guilty of an irredeemable crime, four robots found themselves banished from their home world and bound together by the Kill Lock, a program link that means if one of them dies, they will all die. Now, a soldier, an addict, a murderer, and a child find themselves forced to protect each other. Now, hold on a second. Four robots, a soldier, an addict, a murderer, and a child. So it's like, all right, okay, whatever. Let me check out the imagery here. Now, who's this from? This is from Livio Ramondelli, and he's doing writing
Okay.
and artist.
Livio Ramondale.
I don't know, but the art looks kind of cool. I don't know about the idea of the story. If it's a robot and it's actually not an android, an actual robot, well, they don't grow. Robots don't grow. They're a set thing,
No,
I don't know.
I mean, yeah,
Interesting.
androids, well, modeled after humans, right?
Well,
Look
but
like them.
androids can also are biological in nature and they can actually grow, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know that Star Wars calls them droids, therefore androids, but that's actually an improper use of the word.
They're just robots, aren't they?
Yeah. Now this is from DC Comics. Dial H for Hero.
It's
Now
still going.
it is
Well, fine.
extremely, yeah. We don't need it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wonder.
Well, I did read the
Bender.
first one, and it was pretty bad.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm.
it's pretty awful. House of Secrets, Promethean the Deluxe, and Supergirl. It's not a lot for this week, and none of that is really interesting me, even though there's some big,
Yeah,
big prices on these things. These are omnibuses, obviously. Let me go see what the chat is saying about what we're looking
yeah,
at here. Maybe they know
huge
more.
omnibus. Goodness me.
Yeah. Let's see here. Right on. You may have your family here very successful. Hey guys, how you doing, Roger Heller? Let's see here. He'd had a toy company since the early '90s, Booster. Yeah, he has. Yeah.
I don't
Kotobukiya,
give up, please.
no bullet, not Kotobukiya. But there's actually a company I just can't remember the name of it offhand. Sheldon Martin says some of the McFarlane toys have long necks. However, that ends up happening. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to put him up there with like some of the big boys. But they're not horrible though. At all. Remember when comics had cool logos? I do, Bullet. Eric Boyd's in here. He says, dial S for soy. Yeah, dude, that's a horrible book. Model 3 says, oh, hi, Joshua. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Model.
Hi.
Hi. I said, no one has
Yeah.
any opinion on comic books whatsoever. All right, fine. But there's nothing here. Marvel, let's see. Doctor Strange, which I haven't read in a while, but this is Doctor Strange #1. Is it the 60s again?
Well, I don't know. Have they just gone back to #1 again? What's going on with
I
that?
hate this. I hate it. I hate it. Stop it. It's not Doctor
I
Strange
mean, that
number
is
one.
October, but
It's
mm.
stupid, dude. I don't know what this October thing is. It's obviously December. The incoming #1 Weaver Ver, Green Ver. What in the hell is this incoming thing, dude? All right, fine,
And
fine,
I'm
fine.
gonna have to look that up. That's confusing me,
It's
and it's
ten
making me angry.
bucks from Marvel. $10.
What is incoming? I'm
Look,
looking this up because it's making me angry,
well,
Chester.
dude, look at the price, man. It's freaking $10.
How
One
many
will,
pages is that?
I don't know, but it says one will unite them. A mysterious murder brings together heroes of Marvel Universe in a search for a killer. Well, didn't DC just do this? But no one can imagine where the trail will lead or how it will affect everything in 2020 and beyond. Who is the victim and who is the assailant? Dude, DC just did this. You are Marvel. You lead, you do not follow. Oh my God, dude. Are you
And
serious?
you really don't want to copy Heroes in Crisis of all things.
Yeah, I know. It
So
wasn't good at all.
looking at this book now, and oh my god, there are a lot of writers attached to this. You get 91 pages, so I'm guessing it's going to be multiple stories. You have Jason Aaron, Saladin Ahmed, Ed Brisson, Donny Cates, Al Ewing, Eve Ewing, Jonathan Hickman, Tinny Howard, Greg Pack again for some reason, Matt Rosenberg, Dan Slott, Thompson, and Chip Zdarsky.
Yeah, well,
I don't
there's a
know
few good ones in there. But that's not the
how you're going
point.
to fit that many writers into 91 pages, but hey,
Yeah, this
they
is
get like
dumb, dude.
5 pages
Um,
each or something.
Something like that, dude. But this is just dumb. I mean, why are you copying DC? Why? Why? What are you doing? Stop it, Marvel. All right, I'm not looking at you. You're no longer being viewed. I'm not looking at you, Marvel. Damn it.
Oh,
Stop
I
it.
see. Cronus has told us what it actually is incoming. It's a little advertisement comic, right? So that's why there were so many writers and artists attached to it because it's just going to be a bunch of previews, but you're paying $10 for a bunch of
Yeah,
previews.
well, that used to be free. Okay. Stop it.
Oh,
Bad. Bad. Coming
oh,
down. That
that's
bad.
hideous,
It
mate.
is hideous, dude. Typical crap. Oh, when they penny pinch you, you know how much trouble they're in.
Not for
Now,
$10.
yeah, right. Now Dynamite seems to be, at least on the front here, is only showing Betty Page stuff. But I will take a look at this one right here.
No, let's look at Betty Page stuff.
Okay, all right. Yeah, okay, all right.
Why are her boobs triangular?
Because that was the fashion of the time.
Oh,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I don't care for it.
You don't get,
I like the rest of her.
and he's the ultimate hetero. That's what he tries to
Yeah,
tell you. But they
yeah.
have more here, of course. They got the Red Sonja stuff and Vampirella crossovers that are going on, and just variant covers up the wazoo. Yay, yay, no Dynamite, bad. And then last thing we got here is Boom Studio, which we talked about the other day, and this is Faithless, because, that's what you should be. You should be faithless. Next. Now, this is Action Lab Entertainment March 2020 solicitations,
Oh
and that's a
man,
beaver. That's a beaver.
that is in
Adventure
fact.
Finders. What?
What is Adventures Finders?
I don't
What
know.
is
It looks
this?
like a D&D thing.
They, oh, look, they look very joyful. Three chickies here.
Yeah, this is not great
Uh,
art. This is.
if they're all chaotic neutral, I'll flip my shit
They all
because
are. Of course, they are. Look at them,
I'm
dude.
telling you, chicks always play chaotic neutral and they're insufferable.
Well, first of all, this is supposed to be a halfling, although it's way too tall. Obviously, I guess it could be an elf. I don't know. Yeah, this is not a good piece of art. This is going to be some kind of weird gender thing, I'm sure. And why
Mm.
are all their noses red? What's up with this? Is everybody just drunk?
They're jolly, Chester. They're jolly.
Yeah, this is not great art, but that doesn't matter.
Wait,
I don't
the
know.
guy has a link to his Facebook at the top. What is that?
I guess it's what they do.
Is that that's a freaking link to a Facebook
True.
page.
But I don't know because we've read good books that have so-so art. We certainly have, and we love them. This, unfortunately, is the type of bad art that really hurts you, though. If you had something weird and it's just not great art, but it's kind of this strange stylistic thing, you can get away with it a little bit, right? This is not. This is just a failed step. I don't know. It could be a good story for all I know. Maybe
It could
someone in
be
the
fun.
chat
I'm
knows.
sure it's just someone having a lot of fun with D&D style
Maybe.
adventures.
Maybe. Supermom expecting trouble.
Supermom. What
Uh, we talked about this before.
in goodness heck is that? What the hell is
Yeah,
this?
it's weird. It's weird. Then again, this isn't great art either, but it's the type of stylistic thing that you're like, "Oh, okay, I'll check it out." Right? It's different, right? This
I
right
don't want to
here,
check this out at all, Chester.
well, I'm just saying, yeah, but I'm talking artistically, right? This is you can get away with this, but this right here is just too close to being okay is the problem, right? I don't know.
Hmm.
Seamus, the
Seamus.
famous GN. Oh,
GN.
that's cute. That
Okay,
looks
yeah,
like a kid's
that's
book.
actually nice. There you go. There we go.
Yeah, I
Oh,
like
GN
that.
graphic novel, of course.
I don't know. I get it. But I think that's cute, man. Nice. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Amalgama space zombie. All righty.
Okay, we're straight to the kid stuff to this. Good.
That's
What is
weird,
the?
right? Uh,
Oh
Once
no, that's some
again, this is
proportions.
not a very good piece of art here.
That
Uh,
woman's spine is crook.
It is not right, but this is Action Lab, which I've heard of. I've heard of Action Lab, so it's not like what is this one? And we talked about them not too long ago, actually, and I think what we saw was better than what I'm seeing here. Booby
Some
cell.
fat
Uh,
titties and ass. My
yeah,
goodness.
this is the best one so far, but I don't know, it's just not great art. Mr. Beaver. Mr. Beaver gets my vote. I vote Mr.
Well,
Beaver.
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is that a reference to? Is that the Crow or Dark Knight Rises?
Both, maybe. Let me see here.
Yeah.
Mr. Beaver successfully infiltrates the lair of the powerful criminal organization known as the 12, where he faces off with his nemesis, Richard, a former acquaintance. Now, I read this before. I think this is the same thing. Obviously, I'm seeing different art I didn't let check out last time, so this one has been put in again, or I don't know. Sweetheart. Well, that's
Oh.
better. That's better. That's
Yeah,
better.
it's ironic because he's not a sweetheart at all. He's
No,
evil.
he's evil.
I mean, that
Uh,
is some cool shit out there. I'm not gonna
it's
lie.
better. This
That's
is much better. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Good for you
That
there,
creepy as hell.
Argus. We
I
talked about this
don't
one a little
really.
bit too. It's not bad. It's all right. It's a nice
Yeah,
line work. Yeah.
it's creepy. What's happening?
Well, the storyline is the inexperienced young Randall Patton is put through the ringer by the older version of himself in order to
Mm.
toughen him up to going after the murderous killer Patton, who is warping other versions of Randall to his evil ways. So it's a time travel, teaching yourself, no
Wild.
paradox. I don't know, it's weird. But that could be
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
though. Could be cool.
I would never mess with time travel if I was writing something. It gets too confusing.
Yeah, true. But unless you can pull it off though.
Mm,
If you
mm.
can pull it off, like Doctor Who, for instance, if you think about Doctor Who's application of time travel, it's very simplistic, right? But it works, and it has worked for decades upon decades upon decades, right? So, anyway, Twin Worlds, once again, we're seeing there is some fair art over here. This is a bit of a fantasy thing. I got natives and the Zilla tribes and Earthers, and so it's a little bit of a kind of fantasy space opera, maybe. Vamp Blade, What are you taking that from? I don't know. Could have been Vampirilla, maybe. Zombie Tramp, and of course, this is the name. This is what they're known for. So.
what are people's fascination with slutty versions of undead monster girls?
I
Very
don't know. It
strange.
is weird, dude. It is weird. But Zombie Tramp is what they were known for. I mean, as far as I can understand, that's
70.
what.
Oh my god, that's up to issue number 70,
Yeah.
Chester.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
I guess it's popular.
It is, and this is what has put the Action Lab on the map. Is the zombie tramp? So, but I saw a few interesting things there, and a few not interesting things. But I enjoy this though. Suddenly, we had already put Action Lab up before, and of course, we're looking at some different solicitations here than I checked out before. I think I might have repeated it, but I don't think so. I like doing this though. I enjoy looking at these little companies I know nothing about. I think it's cool, dude. I just love comics, I guess. Anyway, we do have some time, so we can actually do some other stories. So I'm going to come over and do one story and then check the chat. I don't know. Let me check the chat right now, just real quick, see if anyone has an opinion on Action Lab and is screaming at me, Chester, you idiot. Let me see here. Nice. Something like fun. Okay, okay, okay. Kronos is here. He says it's adverts for stuff coming out. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
the incoming books. Yeah,
it's dumb.
adverts you
100% agree.
pay for.
Yeah, it's weird, right? I mean, think about how much money Diamond puts out just to put out those free catalogs, right? I've checked out the Betty Page comics from Dynamite. Great covers, interior art was disappointing. No real story that I can recall. Well, it's just showing off Betty Page. I mean, if you like that old style pinup girl, if that's something that you find attractive, that's what it's for. Let me see. I've checked. You said that. It's the potato people. Oh no. Okay. Chocolate. Yes.
He's referring to the what was it, that little adventure book you were looking at earlier?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, yeah. The big potato heads. It looked cute though. I mean, I like kid stuff. You should do more kid stuff. Sheldon
Hmm.
Martin says, you take the Facebook link on the comic, paste it right onto your computer, then punch yourself. Yeah, right.
Yeah, don't put your Facebook link on the front of your
Yeah, that's
comic.
kind of lame. You could put it
That's
somewhere
that's
inside
really
if you'd like.
yeah,
Yeah.
somewhere inside in the about me or something, but that's just tacky.
I think so. Frankenhooker. Yeah, that's right. Zombies are popular because actors can get work in movies. Still, as zombies can't wait till the end. They won't like zombies either. Okay. Best undead hooker based love story ever made. All right, there you go. Well, it's up to 70, like we said.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
people
people are
like it.
loving it, I guess.
People
Yeah.
like it. All right, well, let's move on here. Coming over to our next actual story here. Ooh, go ahead, Booster.
Oh, Star Trek spin-off movies have been discussed, according to Simon Pegg. Because I hear you're a really big fan of those J.J. Abrams films, Star Trek movies, Chester. So I'm sure you're looking forward to seeing a lot more Simon Pegg as Scotty in a upcoming J.J. Abrams feature film.
Yeah, Booster, don't make me angry.
Mhm.
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. But the reason I even put this up because I don't care, right? This headline is just kills me. Star Trek spin-off movies have been discussed.
Yeah,
What kind of
discussed
headline
and
is that?
talked
You're
about.
telling me something was talked about.
Yeah, but Simon probably said to J.J. Abrams, "Hey, would you ever consider doing a spin-off movie?" And he's probably like, "Yeah, mate."
Discussed. There we go.
Discussion happened.
Yeah, yeah. And of course, Quentin Tarantino, it sounds like there's still possibilities of him doing a Star Trek, which is weird. Why?
Starring Samuel L. Jackson and
Uh,
dropping the N bomb as often as possible, eh?
yeah, I mean, it's the weirdest thing. It could just be he's a fan. He could be just a
Yeah,
Star Wars
Quentin
guy.
Tarantino can cameo himself in a Star Trek movie
Yeah,
where
I think
he
so.
acts terribly and tries to do an accent. Oh,
Yeah,
I want to actually see this.
yeah. Well, the thing is, he's got enough power and clout that he might be able to make this actually happen, right? So who knows? It's kind of like Feige wanting to do a Star Wars movie, right? It's just these guys are powerful and they're fans, right? I don't know. It's weird, but this is of course talking about the Tarantino thing mainly. It looks like, and yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's a weird thing as far as I'm
We'll
concerned, but
see.
I just like the
I, I
headline.
I do want a Tarantino Star Trek because I am morbidly curious how he'd
Yeah,
do that.
me too. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because
Of course.
Tarantino has such an odd style, and he is a very eccentric guy.
Well, to cut through all of it, Tarantino is actually a very good filmmaker. He is a good
Yeah, totally.
filmmaker. I just don't really care for his films usually, but I can't
Mhm.
take away his talent. You can see it quite clearly. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but it's a funny, funny title of a headline. Why are you talking about
A
things
discussion
that were
that probably
discussed?
maybe happened.
It's weird. Ooh, now this was definitely one Denali put up that I don't know anything about, but we'll read the headline and look at it anyway. Go ahead.
All right, how John Romita Sr. granted Bill Willingham his dream. So, if I'm not mistaken, Bill Willingham is a large figurehead of Fables.
I do believe
Uh,
so. Yeah, let's go in here and check
is
it
he
out.
the writer or is he the artist? I think he's the artist.
Now, would you like to? It's a short article. Would you like to read it? Or would you like me to?
You can read. I'll let you read it.
Okay. Merry Christmas. This is from Jim McLaughlin. Nice, nice Celtic name. While many are settling down for their long winter naps, and the go-go news cycle downshifts, Newsarama will keep your fires burning. My God, you fucking modern people, with
Nope.
fascinating anecdotes never before revealed. Dude, I just can't stand it. This has an editor attached and everything, and they can't even spell properly.
Good
I mean, come on, dude. You're
job,
killing
Newsarama.
me. And I do
Goodness me.
apologize. Ding ding. I said a bad word. I'm sorry. In 1980, artist Bill Willingham was working at TSR doing illustrations for the legendary Dungeons and Dragons game franchise. Yes, and those arts weren't. There was some really cool art and there was some really bad art. But to Willingham, it was just the day job. He really wanted to get into comics, don't they all? And the door was opened in an unusual way. Okay, well here is our Willingham.
Take it away, Bill Willingham. Oh,
Doesn't
it's
look.
Brad Ashworth's brother.
It is. It's Brad. Hi. So take it away, Bill. It's John Romita Sr.'s fault. While I was working at TSR, I'd go home and do comic book sample pages. I sent them into Marvel, knowing nothing about how the how comic books were done. John Romita Sr. was the artist director for Marvel at the time, so I simply sent them to him. He did an amazing thing. He called me and gave me this wonderful detailed review. I did not expect that at all. And I mean, it was page by page, panel by panel. Here's what works and doesn't, and so on. He said, "Don't rotate the camera 180 degrees here. It makes no sense." Both all the really, really in depth and basic stuff that I needed at the time. He spent over an hour on the phone with me, and I was nobody. He didn't know me from Adam. Well, dude, you were working for TSR in 1980, which was one of the biggest phenomenal hits of all time. So
What's
you were somebody.
TSR?
Yeah, TSR. Yeah, D&D, dude. Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, I
Yeah,
see.
the original, TSR was the original company, but TSR or just call it D&D. D&D was a very interesting thing, and it was very similar what happened to Marvel actually, because a lot of people maybe kind of forget the idea that when Stan and Ditko and Kirby, sorry. When they
Mm.
came out with their eventually with Marvel Comics stuff, there were a lot of comic book companies around, right? But Marvel hit it and it just exploded. It exploded.
Yeah,
It was this
really did.
enormous thing. They had TV cartoons within what, a couple of years? It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
just
Spider Man. Yeah, the cartoon for Spider Man didn't take long after the comic, huh?
Actually, I think it was the first one was like
Oh,
Fantastic Four, Captain America, actually,
oh really? Hmm.
the
Hmm.
'60s stuff. But I mean, it just was a phenomenon what happened with Marvel. And
Yeah,
when TSR dropped Dungeons and Dragons, the same thing happened. It just exploded. They were selling things left and right like hotcakes. You had comic books coming out. You had TV animations coming out. I mean, my goodness, it was just an explosion, right?
I did
So
not know Bill Willingham was so old.
Oh, he's doing back in 1980. He was working for TSR, so I mean, he's really
Yeah,
old, yeah.
and he's
But
also the writer for Fables. There we go. I confirmed it. Everyone can Everyone can calm down now.
Calm down now. But
Yeah.
I'm just saying he's not nobody. Well, you were somebody, dude. You were working for a big hot company. So in a
Mhm.
week, I redid all my samples based on his notes and corrections and sent them in. He called me back and said, "No one's ever done that. No one's ever redone sample pages that quickly, and having obviously paid attention to what I said." Then he dropped a bomb on me. He said, "I can't get you work on the books here. You'll have to go talk to the editors. But now, with these samples, I really think you're ready to see them." What I didn't know at the time was that as art director, John was in charge of the bullpen, the art corrections, drawings for Spider-Man underoos, hostess snack cake ads, and so on. I didn't know you had to send samples direct to the editors to get a job doing the comics. So I sent them to John Romita Sr. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Well, nice little story. It's nice.
That was lovely.
It was. I mean, why not? A little simple story from Inside Comic Books. But and we got to talk about Marvel and Dungeons and Dragons at the same time. Sweet, dude. That's a plus
Hmm.
plus.
What a combo.
What a combo. And what is this one here? Do I even want to talk about this?
Oh no.
This could be offensive.
Work is now underway on Marvel Studios' Deadpool film. Oh no.
I forget what the little fat Latino kid's powers were. Do you remember? Like a
He's a Maori.
fire.
He's from New Zealand, bro. He's got fire powers.
Yeah. Well, he looks like a Mexican. Oh, it's interesting. Maoris look like Mexicans. I'll have to write
Oh
that down.
no.
But I'm not even gonna read the article. I don't care.
I just about that.
Uh,
I don't trust Disney to make a good Deadpool movie.
you know,
If they make it PG-13, it's going to die. They will
um,
kill Deadpool on the spot as soon as it's announced as PG-13.
I don't think they will though, dude. I really think they're going to use
Hmm.
the Fox and label to allow them to release more adult stuff.
I
Well,
hope
we'll
so.
see. We'll see.
Yeah.
But the thing with it is, the first Deadpool was just out of nowhere. We know how hard Reynolds fought to get that movie made. It was
With him.
pure, it was fun, it was unedited, meaning or untouched by suits, let's say that. The
Yeah.
second
Yeah.
movie was way worse. It was nowhere near as good. It was still entertaining, but it was
Yeah.
not that.
Yeah. I still found it to be a fun movie, but it was
Yeah,
definitely messed with, wasn't it? Like it
it
was
was.
tampered with all
It
over the
was.
place.
Because the
Yeah.
suits
Yeah.
are like, "Oh, you made money? Let's go pay attention." That's what happened.
Yeah.
Right? Because first thing it was like, all right, shut this Reynolds guy up, give him a little bit of money, let him make his movie. That's what happened to the first one. Well, it is right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
now they go to turn it
'Cause
over
we
to
know
the.
he released the test footage.
He did that too.
Yeah.
Which he really wanted Deadpool made, and good on him for it because he made a great movie.
Yeah.
But now you got to turn it over to the Disney suits, and those are professional adult type of suits. Those guys are the worst type of
I
suit,
really like this Deadpool thing. I'm gonna check it out.
right? So I don't know.
Can't say F word too much.
But whatever. I have no faith in this whatsoever. Now watch it turn around and be one of the best Marvel movies they ever make. You watch. That'd be cool.
Right.
Yeah. Now
It
why
could be
am
great.
yeah,
Can't
go
really
ahead.
say. Yeah.
Hey,
All
we'll have
right.
to wait and see. We have no clue. That's something you
Oh,
can't even
what?
talk about.
What is this, Denali?
I don't know, Dinale. Dinale says UK mistakenly publishes home addresses for Elton John, Sam Mendes, and more celebrities. Well, first of all,
Whoops.
who the hell is Sam Mendes, and does anyone care? Second of all, does
Anyone with
anyone care
Sam
about Elton
Mendes.
John now? Does anybody care about Elton John in the '90s? I mean, really? I mean,
Well,
he
that's when he did the Lion King movie,
is
and
it?
that was
I don't
beautiful.
know.
Yeah. So
He
yeah.
gets a lot more celebrity than I think he deserves, but whatever.
How dare you?
Well, dude, now let me give you two singer-songwriters. We got Elton John and we got Billy Joel. Do they
Yeah.
compare? One's an American, one's a Palm.
Yeah. 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 You're right. They don't compare. Elton John's
Yeah.
way better. Yeah.
Oh, you're an idiot. Uh, I don't care about this Denali. Why is this here? I don't care, Denali. Uh,
Skip it. This is rubbish.
skipped.
Oh. Hmm.
Now this
Well,
is
let's look at
interesting.
them for a little while. I
There you
want to
go.
just look
This
at
stuff.
Henry
You'll
Cavill.
even have a bulge for you. But
Oh yeah, that's just for me.
This is
It's
from
looking
Paul
right at me.
Tessie, and Paul Tessie is looking over at something too. Look at him. He looks, yeah, he looks happy
He
and
looks
light in his
pleased. He
loafers.
looks very happy. He
He
must be
does.
looking at Henry Cavill as well.
He must be. Go ahead and
That's
read
the
the
face I
headline.
make. The Witcher author loves Henry Cavill as Netflix's Geralt.
Now, that's actually a good thing because
Yeah,
the author actually had some deep reservations about what they were doing because he had
the
no
games.
control over it, right?
Mm,
What was going on and the fact that it even happened. It's not like our Martin, who had a lot of say over Game of Thrones until a couple of idiots decided to, force him to walk away from the project.
yeah,
This is not the same case. But
yes,
notice the headline doesn't say he likes what they're doing with this story. He just likes Henry Cavill as Geralt. It's a
yes.
very specific comment, right?
Right. We also know that the author didn't care for the CG Project Red games. That caused a lot of controversy.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. That this author has kind of spoken out, and you got to keep in mind this is originally from what, Poland, I think.
Yes.
I think it's Poland, but
Yeah.
this is quite an important book series and even a long-running TV series they had over there. This is an important character culturally to them, and
Mhm.
there, of course, there's a lot of worry about how disrespectful that they're going to be, and we can already see and hear from stuff we've heard and seen that they are being disrespectful to the original content. But the one thing I have to say about this, I'm not going to bother with this article, but it's Henry does look good as Geralt. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
But
Looks good.
the thing that I don't see is anybody talking about The Witcher. I don't. I mean,
How do you
there's
even pronounce that writer's name, dude? Go down a little.
yeah. Well, it's a Polish name. They're rough, dude. His
There,
name
there
is
it is. You see?
yeah.
How do you say that? It looks
On
like a name that's backwards.
Well, it's Andrzej Sapkowski. It's not that hard.
Sapkowski.
I've seen much
Oh,
worse Polish
it's
names,
not
dude.
that hard.
No, dude, Polish names get ridiculously hard. Yeah. But that they do. And another culture that has ridiculously difficult names is Thailand, actually. The Siamese are they're very, very annoying. Their names are like literally a paragraph long. Uh, but um, um, but yeah, I don't hear anybody talking about this, man. Everybody's talking about Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda is everywhere, but I don't hear anyone talking about The Witcher, dude.
I hear quite a few people talking about Witcher. Just everyone I've asked about who's watched it is raving about it. They're
S-
loving The Witcher, dude.
So maybe the reason I'm not hearing about it is because the SJWs don't care about it because they seem to
Maybe,
drive news, right? They seem to drive it.
maybe I can't say for sure, but
Huh.
and it doesn't have like the highest rating on Rotten Tomatoes if you care about that.
I don't care
Like
about
it's
Rotten
like at a
Tomatoes at all.
yeah, neither. But I'm just bringing it up. It's got like a 54%, right? So it seems pretty mixed in that regard. But all my friends who have watched it love it.
Yeah, no, the couple of people I've heard that watched it are enjoying it. So I'm definitely going to check it out. I mean, I got Netflix. I can watch it if I want. I don't know. This is a good thing though because the author has been very boisterous about a
Mm,
lot of things, and I think the problem with it is he doesn't really have control over the situation like Martin does. I think that's a big difference.
yeah.
And it's just of course his baby's out in the world and things are happening to it. And then I have a feeling, that's kind of part of it. But anyway,
I
yeah, one
that.
thing I cannot disagree with at all is Henry looks great as freaking Geralt, dude.
And have you heard his voice? It's creamy. Mm.
I haven't watched it. One of the things
Yeah.
that's kind of put me off because some of the negative stuff I've heard has a lot to do with the really poor swordplay. It's
Oh,
very,
really?
very poor swordplay. Yeah, I don't know.
Mm.
I have to check it out myself. But anyway,
I still haven't even watched it myself. All I know is that the people I've talked to love it so far.
well, there you go. And
Yeah.
as if it was perfect timing in all, seeing as we're coming up to the top of the hour, we have our last headline. Go ahead, dude.
All right. A Spider-Man 3 reportedly features a team up that'll make fans very happy.
Okay, now before we
Okay.
get
What
into the
team
body
up
here,
do we
let's
have?
speculate. Who do you think? What team up would make people happy? Go ahead, go ahead.
I don't know. Peter Parker and Venom. Peter
No, that's not
Parker,
it. That's not it. No.
Bat.
Batman? No, it's certainly not Batman. Yeah.
Peter Parker. and I don't know what team up. Black Widow, Iron Man, Captain America. Who's he teaming up with? Just
Charlie Cox is Daredevil.
oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Yes, they were saying that Daredevil was going to maybe his lawyer in the next movie. That would be very cool.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing, though, because they were also talking about having She-Hulk, be his lawyer as well. And the thing
Mm,
is, we know they have a She-Hulk TV series come up, and we all hope it's the old She-Hulk, not this new, roided out transgender lesbian thing that they've created. And I really hope they don't go that route. But because she was actually Jennifer Walters was actually a really cool character. She used to be. Now she just likes cooking shows. But nevertheless, I don't think having Charlie Cox with this boy, what's this boy's name?
uh, shit, I know this one. It's Tom. It starts with T. Tom Holland.
Tom Holland, yeah. I don't think that is a good matchup at all.
No.
At
The
all.
Daredevil show and the Spider-Man movies have polarizing tones.
They do. And Charlie Cox is
Totally
just,
opposite tone.
I don't see them going together. I think it's a horrible mistake. Whereas introducing Jennifer, because you have a TV show coming up, so introducing her to people through the movie, well, that's a good idea, right? That's useful to your plan. Now, of course, bringing Charlie Cox in the gang back for Daredevil, which they're doing, which is awesome. But I don't think this is smart at all. I really don't.
Hmm.
It just it's
Yeah, and if
yeah,
they do a Daredevil movie under like the Marvel thing, oh, they better not miss it up. Because I freaking love Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock. Love
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Daredevil. Probably people probably think I'm insane for saying this, but Daredevil's probably my favorite show
Oh,
ever
that
made.
was freaking
That's
awesome,
probably like
dude.
way too high a praise, but for me, I love the Daredevil show, dude.
Oh, it was really
And I
good. I
don't,
agree, dude. Yeah.
yeah, and I don't want to see it bastardized by Disney.
Yeah, well, it depends on who's allowed to take a run with it. Because, when, well, I'm not going to get into that conversation again. But
Mm,
well, we just have to keep our fingers crossed. The other thing in this article that's very interesting to me is the fact that we had the Swamp Thing TV series come out. It
mm,
was really cool, actually, but it got canceled, right?
which
For
is a real.
some reason. But this other bit of news, though, and I'm curious what you think here, Booster. Daniel Radcliffe is
Yeah, I
being
saw that.
eyed for Moon Knight,
That is odd.
which is now known to be true.
Now known to be true, or that he's eyed for it, or that he just is now him.
It's probably just been eyed for. You know how vague and useless these articles are.
How
But
tall is this kid?
he's very small, which is why he was chosen for the role of Harry Potter anyway. I mean, I get it, and it's always a trouble for a child actor, particularly a male child actor, to make that transition. It always is, and it's no different for him. But there's no way in the world you're going to sell Daniel Radcliffe as Moon Knight. That's
Yeah,
impossible. It's impossible, dude. You can't. He's
yeah,
too small. He's
that's
too
a really
freaking
odd
British
choice.
for one.
Yes, and I'm sorry, but Mr. Daniel Radcliffe, your acting days are over. You're Harry Potter. You're
Yeah,
going to be typecast as Harry. You're
yeah,
done. I'm sorry.
yeah.
You're just Harry Potter now.
You are.
You-
Yeah.
I don't want you to be. I don't want you to be Moon Knight. Give it to someone else.
Yeah, it's very bizarre, dude. I really don't understand the thinking on that at all. But then again, Hollywood does crazy things all the time, and sometimes they
Yeah, yeah.
work. Now,
We got Nicholas. Yeah, we got Nicholas Cage's freaking Ghost Rider.
right? But then again, I kind of didn't mind those movies so much, particularly the first one. And once again, we had Robert Downey Jr., who was a washed-up, useless drug addict actor.
Mhm.
They said they were going to do Iron Man. I was like, oh my god, really? And he is Tony Stark, and it's
And he
perfect.
built the entire MCU.
Yeah, no, he did.
Y-
But the
Yeah, you
thing
have
is,
respect for that.
I cannot envision Daniel Radcliffe doing the same thing, dude. I can't. Let me ask my wife. Let me ask. I'm going to ask my wife. She's
Uh,
sitting next to me.
oh,
I'm going to
let's
ask
see.
the wife. We're going to the highest court here. All right, hold on a second.
Mhm.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. I got a question for you. Marvel has a character. He's basically Marvel's Batman. He's very much
Insane
Batman.
Batman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he's a little bit crazy, but he's basically that Batman, right? Moon Knight, you probably see me. Well, anyway, they're looking at hiring Daniel Radcliffe to play
Harry
him.
Potter. Yeah.
Now, can you imagine? No, she said nope. Just that was
No,
quick.
nope.
That was quick.
Nope. There you go.
Nope. Done. Done and
And
done.
it's
Sweet.
done. Wife says no, it can't happen
That's
now.
right. It's
Change.
done. It
You
is.
got to change it up, Marvel.
Yep. No choice, Marvel. Well, let me come to check the chat real quick, and then we'll jump out of here. Do appreciate you guys coming. Of course, we have a lot of fun going over and talking about these things. Greek names are really out of control. This is true, Brian. This is true. But
Hmm.
there are a lot of naming conventions that are difficult. Cheers for popping in, Sheldon. Well, thank you for coming as well. Spock finds Kilo Rent and marries. There we go. I don't know what's going on, but something's happening. I am with you, Chester. Proofread. Okay, proofread. Yeah, no, there you go. That's right. That's
No,
right.
but you just proofread. He clearly said. Oh my goodness.
You do realize that was intentional. Oh, come on now. You've been with
No,
me for a year.
you didn't do it on purple even.
Not even.
I
Yeah.
I know you.
Yeah, thank you. Tim Truman also did a ton of art for TSR. Yeah, yeah. The TSR, early TSR stuff, some of the art, especially covers, were fun, but then there was a lot of bad art though in D&D, man. And it's improved. It's improved greatly, but there was some bad stuff. So much so that you know how in video games, Booster, there's been this retro trend here for a while where people want pixel art games, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've been seeing this thing in role-playing games too, where people are going back to the old D&D style art as some kind of nostalgia, and it's like, please don't stop, stop it.
One of the really big problems with these games that want to do the pixel art thing, right?
Mm,
They do like this really awful 8-bit stuff, right? And
yeah.
8-bit is ugly as hell. But when we get to like 16-bit or high bit, you can make some really cool stuff with pixel art, man. The very recent JRPG Octopath Traveler is one of the best uses of that old Final Fantasy, particularly Final Fantasy VI style pixel art I've seen in such a long time. It is a
Well,
gorgeous looking game, and they kind of mixed it with some modern technology as well. I
mhm.
would love to see more of that.
Well, let me sum up pixel art games for you in one little example. You ever been to a concert? Let's say a heavy metal concert, and you go in and everyone's just kind of wearing their gear and going to have some fun. And you see that one kid and standing about 15 feet away from him is his mom, obviously, and he has all the exactly correct purchased gear wearing, and everyone knows he's a poser, right? He's not a real heavy metal guy. He just is there to for some purpose, right? This is what pixel art is. This is what it is. It's that same stupid thinking of young people like, yeah, nostalgia, yeah, bro. It's that kind of nonsense, dude. Because all of
Oh,
us who
actually,
grew up with it, because I am actually the video game generation, right? I actually had a Radio Shack Pong in my house, literally, right?
um,
And as the years went by, and the graphics slowly and slowly, I mean, bleeding from your eyes slowly improved, and they got better and better to the point today we're so close to the uncanny valley that you want to go back to the frickin' 80s and show us that. No, no. We want to go forward, not back, you damn posing yuppie.
I'm
That's
not
what I
gonna
think
lie,
about it.
Chester. I've been on a bit of a JRPG kick lately.
Uh-huh.
I've been playing like Breath of Fire. I'm going to be playing Secret of Mana soon, and I adore that old style, Chester. I really do.
Yeah, but you're a
And
millennial poser.
you can piss off.
Okay.
I know.
It's
I like the aesthetic. It does make me a little nostalgic, I'll admit, but
uh
I just think it's a pleasant style, and I would always like to focus on gameplay rather than graphics.
Yeah, and I
Every
get
time
that.
I'm
I'm
asked
being
about it,
hyperbolic for sure, of course.
of
But
course.
then again, you just said you're being nostalgic. For what, dude? You
So,
weren't from that era. You're being nostalgic for something you have no
Chester,
nostalgia
Ch-
for.
Chester, I was playing video games in the 90s.
So,
Yeah, at a very young age. I was playing video games at that time.
all right. Anyway, let me see here. That was polygon stuff, not pixelation. But let's see. Tim Truman also. Okay, one second. Version. Let's see. There is a TSR Marvel version. It's neat. It's very, very open ended, and you can create your own heroes. Yes, I have it. I've actually played it on this channel, Chronos. Oh, Eric Long, I haven't seen you in forever. We got a bunch of conversations going on. Let me try to make sure I caught up. Kronos is on a tear. He
Hmm.
has posted
You're a chatty boy.
literally 1,000 things.
Hmm.
So awesome. But anyway, guys, we are at the end of our time. We do appreciate you coming in and having a fun little chat with us. Now tomorrow we are supposed to have the California show, but unfortunately, I have to cancel it because I have to head up to the city. I will be driving all day tomorrow, Booster. So there
Oh,
will be no show tomorrow. But like I said, I apologize. It's just the holidays. However, on because today is yes. But the Tuesday show, the Bugbear show, we will have that. We'll run that for a while because we got our D&D stuff. And then after that, I think things should be pretty standard. We'll see how it goes, but we're definitely doing Warhammer 40K. But we'll get back to a very normal schedule quickly. It's just the holiday. I have a lot of responsibilities. But any other
nice.
than that, guys, let Booster go ahead. And what Booster's going to do today is something that usually Denali does, but since Denali's not here, it's Booster's job. He's going to
I can
namaste us
tell.
out. Yes, he is.
Okay. All right. Doesn't it also wrap up all the other shows we've got? So we don't have a show tomorrow, right? And
Well,
then it's the Bugbear's
yeah,
Basement.
I kind
You
of
did
did
all
that
that.
already, but
Did all of that. Okay. What does he say? Your perception shapes your reality, so always make it a good one.
namaste.
Namaste.
All right. Later, guys.
Aloha.